Government announces resumption of normal classes for college and school students in Manipur starting tomorrow, November 29. JC demands swift action to locate missing Laishram Kamal Babu. Locals continue blocking road at Kantosabal area. Folks, Manipur holds 57 Mountain Division JOC accountable for Kamal Babu's disappearance. Thousands of protesters march in Lamlai Assembly constituency demanding repeal of recently reimposed Armed Forces Special Powers Act in areas under 6 police stations. India blocked Manipur and like-minded political parties plan to stage protests in front of Prime Minister's office in Delhi during the ongoing winter session of Parliament to press for a swift resolution to Manipur crisis. Republican Party of India Atawale leaders resolve to hold nationwide protests seeking solution to ongoing unrest in Manipur. And Kakching residents erupt into agitation demanding immediate release of 4 persons arrested by police in connection with a recent mob attack at Kakching MLA's residence. 2 VDF personnel and 1 protester sustained injuries. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm USHAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Normal classes for college and school students in Manipur will resume starting tomorrow, November 29. A notification issued by Daryal Julie Anal, Joint Secretary of Department of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Manipur, informs that all government educational institutions and government-aided colleges, including state universities, will reopen for regular classes tomorrow. Similarly, Education as Director L. Nandakumar announced that all government schools, government-aided schools and private and central schools in the state will also restart classes from tomorrow. The notification instructed all zonal education officers to take the necessary steps to ensure smooth resumption of educational activities. Joint Action Committee JC formed in connection with the disappearance of Laishram Kamal Babu from the Army headquarters at Lemekong urges Chief Minister N. Biren to take immediate action to locate the missing individual. Segmai MLA Haikam Dingo along with JC representatives met with the Chief Minister and presented a memorandum to be forwarded to the Union Defence Minister and other relevant authorities today. In the meantime, tensions remain high as residents in Kantosabal area continue to protest by blocking the road to prevent Army personnel of Lemekong Base 57 Mountain Division from passing through. They plan to continue the blockade until Kamal Babu is found. Additionally, a public meeting is scheduled to be convened, which Minister Dingo is expected to attend. The High Court of Manipur has also intervened, directing the state Chief Secretary, Security Advisor, DGP, GOC of the 57 Mountain Division, Home Commissioner, SP Imphal West and Segmai Police Station OC to submit a status report on the case by November 29. Meanwhile, Federation of Civil Society Organizations of Manipur Folks Chairman T.H. Manihar holds 57 Mountain Division GOC accountable for the disappearance of Laishram Kamal Babu, who went missing from Lemekong Army headquarters on Monday.
Mafam asidagi manghibana masigi all responsibilities GOC 57 Mountain Brigade ki hariba GOC sina pugadabani haire wafam sing ase masi kogi Manipur gi lebak nga iba singjena ju mari lainaba concern authority union government sing da che rekanda GOC asigi neglection maram orakanda mafam asina kuki singna free movement ta honbana maram orakanda hariba sigum loba mi sing se phaba pungi thabak ji satha bani aduna hariba GOC asigi mathakta natraga ju hariba Mountain Brigade leiriba mafam asida leiriba situation ase masi athuba matamda yangjenbira Makoina Toriba, Arana Mayamse, Tumtopio, Cookie Sinkina Toriba Demansi, Manipur Langana, as well as Union Government of PWT, Mashi, Manipur the Ladiba, India City Jalamada, the Alangana Yang, Bamiangasi, Sumibra Natraga Lali Bribase, Quikanabama Matoktai.
Taragi Chaishu, an advisory body based in Khorai Ahungai, expressed serious concerns over de-escalating violence and unrest in Manipur. Speaking to media at its office today, Taragi Chaishu chairperson Khaidem Mani criticized the government's reliance on measures like internet suspension, curfews and Armed Forces Special Powers Act to control the situation. He stated that these actions have severely impacted the public and have failed to protect the fundamental rights to life, liberty and property. Khaidem Mani urged the government to consider alternative strategies and use its wisdom to address the crisis effectively. He pointed out that cybercrime units and the police are equipped to monitor and act against illegal activities and inflammatory content on social media, suggesting that there are more targeted approaches available. In a significant move, Taragi Chaishu's legal department filed a writ petition in the High Court of Manipur today challenging the government's internet ban. Another writ petition was submitted against the closure of educational institutions. The senior advocate also called for clarification from the top officer of the Leimakong Indian Army camp regarding the missing case of Kamal Babu.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯪꯉꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯆꯥꯗꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯀꯔꯐ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠ ꯊꯤꯡꯖꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯐ ꯊꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯎꯄꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯈꯨꯠ ꯄꯨꯜꯂꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯁꯥꯁꯣꯟꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯕ ꯀꯔꯐ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯁꯥꯁꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯁꯥꯁꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤ ꯇꯣꯛꯅꯅꯕ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯔꯥꯏꯠ ꯃꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯛꯅꯅꯕ ꯀꯔꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯦ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯨꯞꯄꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯡꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯎꯄꯥꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯒꯤ ꯋꯤꯁꯗꯝꯗ madu tawfam thoi madu matawhanningi
June 18 gi tawma tamsida mobile leiba nate word by mouth ta toraga one of the biggest agitation in Manipur si tawkhrin laiwa aduna net thingbana akoigi aduk yamna benefit si porakadaw nate haidana tarai jai society khanjai aduga educational institutions si hayeng dagi hangane haidana tajai that is a very positive sign asmai tawduna curfew pung 12 ta loi ba si loi bi jana pung manga phaw extend tabiyo na haijaba sarkar da masima khanabiyo na haijaba sima tarai jai society thamjabani.
Thousands of protesters marched in Lamlai Assembly constituency today demanding the repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act from Manipur. The 5-kilometer rally began at Nongada ground and concluded at Jiribam High School ground, with participation from several civil society organizations including Poire, Apunba, Lemrol, Mairapaibi, Northeast United Clubs Organization, Manipur Students Federation Lamlai branch and All Manipur Women Voluntary Association Telo unit. Palem President Mongjam Bimolata criticized the central government for reimposing AFSPA in Manipur's valley areas amid the ongoing violence involving Kuki militants. She stated that the people have consistently opposed the draconian act and will not accept its return. Accusing the center of undermining peaceful coexistence in the state, she calls for unity against AFSPA. Bimolata also demanded the immediate arrest of those responsible for the Jiribam killings, warning of intensified agitation if the government continues to ignore their demands. She labeled the inaction of the central and state governments as inhumane and urged them to take swift measures to address the crisis. Participants in the rally chanted slogans against AFSPA, calling for justice and peace. They emphasized that the movement against AFSPA will persist until the demands are met.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯄ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯥꯔꯝ ꯐꯣꯔꯁꯦꯁ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯦꯁꯤꯑꯦꯜ ꯄꯥꯋꯔ ꯑꯦꯛ 1958 ꯊꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂꯛꯇꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯕꯨ ꯃꯆꯦꯠ ꯇꯥꯅ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯅꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯂꯥꯂꯣꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯇ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯁꯨꯡꯉꯝ ꯉꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯁꯨꯡꯌꯥ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯅꯅꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯡꯂꯨꯞ ꯃꯁꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤꯆꯥ ꯀꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯀꯥꯡꯂꯨꯞ ꯃꯁꯦꯟ ꯈꯨꯟꯗꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯃꯤꯟꯅꯗꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯄꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯡꯂꯨꯞ ꯃꯁꯦꯟ ꯈꯥꯏꯕꯨꯡ ꯇꯥꯅꯅꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ ꯂꯦꯞꯀꯗꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯖꯤꯔꯤꯗ ꯃꯔꯥꯂꯤꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯄꯤꯛꯄ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯌꯥꯎꯅ ꯍꯥꯠꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯤꯍꯥꯠꯄꯁꯤꯡ ꯗꯟꯗꯤ ꯄꯤꯒꯗꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯃꯨꯠꯊꯠꯄ ꯁꯨꯡꯌꯥ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯣꯜꯂꯥꯎ ꯄꯨꯕ ꯈꯣꯡꯆꯠ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ.
Residents of Jiribam district today staged a protest meet calling for justice for the 8 victims of Jiribam killings and repeal of AFSPA recently imposed in areas under 6 police stations of Manipur. Organized by Jiri United Committee JUC, the protest meet took place in front of Congress Bhavan at Babupara in Jiribam. JUC chairman Mutum Maipak recalled the tragic incident on November 11th at Jakuradhor, Jiribam, where 2 victims were reportedly shot dead by armed Kuki groups and subsequent abduction and killing of 6 others, including an infant. The JOC alleged that Kuki militants continue to act with impunity and security forces have failed to apprehend anyone in connection with the incident despite ongoing mass operations. They criticized the state and central governments for their lack of timely and effective measures, claiming that decisive action could prevent such tragedies in the future. The protest also highlighted the plight of the 8 victims whose families are left devastated. JAC appealed for support for the ongoing treatment of K. Bison, one of the protesters of Jiribam killings, currently receiving care in Guwahati. People staged a sit-in at Tera Lukram Leirak Makha Lekai today, demanding arrest and punishment of Kuki Mar militants who are involved in Jiribam killings. Tera Lukram Leirak Makha Lekai Coordinating Committee on Manipur's Integrity, COCOMI, continued its 2-day shutdown on today, shutting down key state and central government offices to press for the repeal of AFSPA and action on the Jiribam killings. The protest came after a 7-day ultimatum expired without response. On the second day today, COCOMI sealed offices such as the Excise, Post, SDC and Forest offices. The first day included shutdowns of the Transport Department, Old and New Secretariat and Relief Offices in Imphal West, as well as the Forest Department in Sanjanthong and offices at the Porompa DC complex. India Bloc Manipur convened an urgent meeting at Congress Bhavan in Imphal today to discuss the ongoing crisis in the state. The meeting was attended by leaders from Shiv Sena, UBT, CPI, MPCC, CPIM, RSP and AAP. Speaking on the sidelines, MPCC President K. Megachandra stated that the meeting was organized following directives from CLP leader Okram Ibobi and CWC member Gai Khangam. He expressed the bloc's dissatisfaction with Chief Minister Nongthongpam Biren's failure to convene an all-party meeting to discuss measures for restoring peace and normalcy in the state, despite repeated requests. He also criticized the state government for frequently shutting down educational institutions, highlighting the impact on students and the community. The MPCC president called for the state and central governments to take action to locate missing Kamal Babu, who has been reported missing from Laimakong Army campus. Megachandra further revealed that India Bloc Manipur, along with other like-minded political parties, plans to stage a protest meet in front of the Prime Minister's office in New Delhi during the ongoing winter session of Parliament. The protest aims to press for a swift resolution to the crisis in Manipur. He warned that if the Prime Minister and the central government continue to neglect the issue, India Bloc and the people of Manipur will discuss further course of action.
Thatrani Panchat Krabum to the Sukta Taraktarusin Aduna. Everything I could as Halite Hose. Sarkar Namasi initiative Batapani, responsibility Lopi Gatabani, Adagi Prime Ministers, Common Chief Minister, Mayana Shinbi Gatabani, the leaders at Katabani, Unabi Kari, you know, I think Manbu, a Sukta Pirang Toga, Honorable Chief Minister, and the Prime Minister officer, Ling the Pamaga, solution to Nunabagi, Potum, the Tagapungam Tapasibo. I could give a Kanze, a quite solution Poroxi, I could give. Mahusagi punsi hanjilang nanaba masi any political party ngamoy civil society organization ngamoy adiki civilians ngamoy sarkar sina khaktani koina masi solution propongangdabusi.
Republican Party of India Tawale RPIA leaders have resolved to hold a nationwide protest in response to the ongoing unrest in Manipur. The decision was made during the party's All India Leaders Meet held at New Maharashtrian Sadan in New Delhi yesterday. The meeting themed Manipur issue, a national issue, was attended by RPIA National Secretary Mahesho Thongnaujam and other prominent party leaders. During the meeting, Mahesho highlighted that violence in Manipur has impacted not just the state but also neighboring northeast states like Mizoram and Nagaland. He expressed disappointment over the lack of effective action against Kuki militants who have allegedly perpetrated violence, including attacks on civilians, children, and strategic drone and missile strikes. Mahesho noted that the violence, now approaching 2 years in duration, has not been adequately addressed by the central government, despite reports, including those from the National Investigation Agency, indicating the involvement of outsiders and foreign elements. RPIA leaders from various states including Rajiv Menon and party presidents from Jammu and Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Assam, Sikkim, Daman and Diu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Kerala and Bihar attended the meeting.
हमारे मणिपुर में जो हो रहा है आपको मालूम है, मणिपुर में 1.5 ईयर से चल रहा है, हम लोग आवाज उठाते आ रहे हैं, पर ये इस बार कुछ ज्यादा क्रॉस लिमिट हो गया है बाय द कुकी टेररिस्ट। तो इसमें क्या है कि 3 महिला और 3 औरत को आग निकाल के मार दिया गया, 8 साल के लड़की को रेप करके मार दिया गया। दिस इज नॉट अ समुदाय 2 समुदाय वर्सेस 1 समुदाय, ऐसा नहीं है। दिस इज अटैक फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड। और दिल्ली को भी खोखला कर सकता है, कोलकाता को भी खोखला कर सकता है, हैदराबाद को भी खोखला कर सकता है, एवरी स्टेट को खोखला कर सकता है। इसमें हम लोग चुप रहेंगे? एक बार बताइए तो, आप लोग चुप रहेंगे? आप लोग चुप नहीं रहेंगे ना। ये सिर्फ मणिपुर का इशू बन के ये साइड में मत रखिए, दिस इज द नेशनल इशू। सो एक बार आके हम लोग फाइट करेंगे कि ये कुकी टेररिस्ट के खिलाफ, ये भारत से ये कुकी टेररिस्ट को मिटा दिया जाए।
People in Kaching erupted into agitation last night, demanding immediate release of 4 persons arrested by police in connection with recent mob attack at the residence of Kaching MLA M. Rameshwar aftermath the Jiribam killings. The incident left at least 2 VDF personnel and 1 protester injured. The injured personnel were admitted to Kaching Ima Hospital. Last night around 7 p.m., residents from different localities of Kaching tried to storm the MLA's residence, demanding unconditional release of the 4 detained persons. To disperse the protesters, Kaching District Police deployed additional personnel around 9 p.m. Police managed to disperse the protesters from the MLA's residence, but they started storming towards Kaching police station. The situation turned more volatile as protesters and police faced off, resulting in injuries on both sides. Police vehicles were also reportedly damaged as the situation escalated and protesters pelted stones. Police used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowd, which left 1 protester injured and admitted to Kaching Community Health Center. The confrontation lasted late into the midnight, leaving 8 protesters arrested. Both sides have since retreated with the situation under control now. Ongoing curfew imposed in 6 districts of Manipur since November 16 due to the deteriorating law and order situation continues to impact daily life, with current relaxations allowing movement from 5 a.m. to 12 noon. However, even outside the relaxation hours, many people are seen working on the streets. Residents express that the prolonged curfew has forced them to step out during restricted hours as a necessity to sustain their livelihoods. Daily wage earners in particular highlighted that adhering to the curfew is not a choice but an economic imperative to support their families. Workers from various sectors have urged the government to lift the curfew and avoid further extensions, emphasizing that the restrictions are taking a significant toll on their ability to make a living. Citizens have called for a return to normalcy to help them rebuild their daily routines and recover from the economic strain caused by the curfew.
Curfew le je po jom pham ju khang de ko no ma gi cha dab dia dab ni na khoi ji yang wai ado curfew je dum ba ya ra ga di hang tok pi ro si da le le akhoi praja je awa ba dum oi ha ba lan su lan ni ma akhoi yang wai khang
jam no jate khoi curfew tham jing je to khal khata jing da khoi ge apan ba yam pi de jam no jate hai ta re curfew to je lai ta ba khoi de yang wai ba sa gi thabak chubam no mang khang de adu de na ta na pung ba ro bok to re pa no ma gi chubam no mam khang de angang jing ju suti loi thadok pire ayamda satra di yam mange ba curfew taw ge ga nong pura taw biro ay khoi de yang wa ba hai ta re chimi khoi de di cha chem de ya de cha de thak de ba ya de ni na ji baro ta ni khoi hale ayu pung tare ni pan gi thabai ngang chalo aduna aina sarkar da haining badi khoi gi curfew ji di ya ga di taw ra ga na mapung pha na taw biro taw dra ga di adum keno hang thok biro chini ai gi wakhan.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on widespread illegal poppy cultivation reported in Kangpokpi district. Keep watching Impact News.
Ningol Chakauba amasum Diwali na lakpada Majo habki maikay dagi offer chow na bizari. Refrigerator, washing machine, smart TV amasum smartphone su brand makal sunat hamjari up to 60% discount ta phambigan. Glassware dagi horaga rice cooker, air fryer na chim production brand makal loy na sunat hamjari. Kay sampat konjeng hajari lekay Thoubal ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯒꯨꯋꯥꯍꯥꯇꯤꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯥꯟꯆ ꯍꯥꯡꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯩꯖꯔꯦ ꯉꯁꯤꯃꯛ ꯂꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯛꯎ ꯃꯥꯆꯣ ꯍꯕ
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Widespread illegal poppy cultivation has been reported in several villages within the Saitu Kamphazol subdivision of Kangpokpi district, including Selsi, Songjang, Kuki village, Balejang and Haimol Kuki village. Impact News source said that forest lands have been cleared for poppy farming, with cultivation occurring along the Waichong Hill Range near Imphal Tamai Road and in the Kobru Hill Range. This rise in poppy cultivation comes amid ongoing violence in the state, which has worsened the situation. A previous report by Impact News on November 20th highlighted illegal poppy plantations near security force camps, but relevant authorities are yet to take any action. Team Kakching District Police Commando has arrested an individual with 135 grams of heroin powder during frisking along Palel Chandal Road. The arrested person is 24-year-old MD Rosan, son of MD Muhammad Kadir from Sora, Karanchi. According to Impact News source, the commando team led by Inspector Paulung A. Royal seized 11 cases of heroin powder from the Maruti Alto car bearing registration number WB24K6291 that MD Rosan was driving. The arrested man along with the seized drugs have been handed over to Kakching police station for further legal action. Ongoing gunfight between Zaliangrong United Front ZUF and National Socialist Council of Nagaland NSCN-IM at Sangji village, Noney district, has created a dire situation for villagers, including women, children, the elderly and the sick, who are reportedly trapped and seeking urgent help. Condemning the incident, Rongmei Naga Council Manipur denounced the disregard for the civilian safety, terming the actions of armed groups as treason against the community. The council has called for an immediate ceasefire and the withdrawal of all parties from the conflict zone. Press statement from the council emphasized that the groups involved must take full accountability for any loss of lives or property resulting from the skirmish. Additionally, local civil society organizations are preparing rescue operations and have urged all armed factions to allow safe passage for their teams to assist those affected. Press note from Tourism Department, Government of Manipur informs that Manipur Indigenous Peoples Cultural Exchange Festival 2024, which was scheduled on November 29, has been postponed until further notice owing to the prevailing grim situation in the state. Locals of Achom Laikai Youth Club Lanes number 1, 2 and Kwai Singjubung Laikai stage relay hunger strike over Jiribam killings. Uripok Apunba Loop and Uripok Nupi Apunba jointly carried out the relay hunger strike. Relay hunger strike will also be held tonight at Kumbirei Kaitil. Kwa Kaitil Apunba Mairapaibi Loop, Imphal West District held a public meeting at Ibudho Nongsaba Community Hall today, demanding unconditional release of all those protesters arrested by police amid Manipur crisis. Association members and representatives of various civil society organizations, women's groups, students groups and local clubs took part in the meeting. Press note from Kanglei People's Confederation demands unconditional release of all the arrested persons involved in vandalism and arsons at the residences of legislatures. Results of first state-level mathematics science competition 2024 held at SCM English School, Singjamei, Kongba Road for students of class 5 to 8 has been declared. Maya Yumfam Kumam Kanglei Apunba Itinfam Mayang Imphal had organized the competition on November 10. Prize distribution ceremony will be held on December 12, Nupilan Day at the auditorium of Prabhabati College, Mayang Imphal. One-day convention on protection of indigenous people of Manipur is scheduled to be held on 30th of this month, jointly organized by Meitei Tribe Union and Platform for Protection of Indigenous People. Press note from Meitei Tribe Union also states that leaders from various communities will participate in the meet. Tobacco-free youth campaign titled Together Manipur Says No to Tobacco kicked off today at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Ramvu, under the banner of PM Shree School. NCD Cell District Health Society, Ukhrul, launched a campaign under National Tobacco Control Program. Ukhrul District Hospital Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kapangring A. Shimre also carried out free health camp on the occasion. The 69th death anniversary of Maharaj Bodhachandra was observed at Sri Govindaji Temple today. Satra offering of Maharaj Bodhachandra and Govindaji Pala organized a floral tribute ceremony at Maharaj Bodhachandra's Samadhi in Kangla. Descendants of the late king and others attended the ceremony. National Investigation Agency NIA today conducted extensive searches at 22 locations across 6 states in the country as part of a crackdown on international human trafficking syndicate. This investigation has uncovered connections to cyber scam centers located in Myanmar and Laos. Numerous Indian nationals have been exploited and coerced into participating in fraudulent activities, including cryptocurrency scams and call center fraud under the human trafficking syndicate. Asian Development Bank ADB Board of Governors has unanimously elected Masato Kanda as ADB's 11th president. Kanda currently serves as special advisor to Japan's Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. The ADB said in a statement today that Kanda will assume office in February next year, succeeding Masatsugo Asakawa. He will complete the unexpired term of President Asakawa, which ends on 23 November 2026. ADB is a regional development bank established in 1966, which is headquartered in Manila, Philippines. The bank also maintains 31 field offices around the world to promote social and economic development in Asia. The bank admits the members of the UN Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific and non-regional developed countries, starting with 31 members at its establishment. ADB now has 68 members. Now the sports news. Manipur's Mairaba Luang entered the quarterfinal of Syed Modi India International Badminton Tournament 2024. In today's match played at Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, Mairaba defeated Ireland's Ngat Nguyen 21-15, 21-13 to enter the quarterfinals. He will now face a top seed of the tournament and world ranker 14, Lakshya Sen, in the quarterfinal match. Meanwhile, Manipur's team of Priya Konjengbam and Shruti Mishra defeated duo Kavipriya Selvam and Simran Singh 21-15, 21-12 and entered the quarterfinals of the tournament's women's doubles event. Now before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Government announces resumption of normal classes for college and school students in Manipur starting tomorrow, November 29. JSC demands swift action to locate missing Laisham Kamal Babu. Locals continue blocking road at Kanto Sabal area. Fox Manipur holds 57 Mountain Division GOC accountable for Kamal Babu's disappearance. Thousands of protesters marched in Lamla Assembly constituency demanding repeal of recently reimposed Armed Forces Special Pass Act in areas under 6 police stations. India blocked Manipur and like-minded political parties plan to stage protests in front of Prime Minister's office in New Delhi during the ongoing winter session of Parliament to press for a swift resolution to Manipur crisis. Republican Party of India Tawale leaders resolved to hold a nationwide protest seeking solution to ongoing unrest in Manipur. And Kukching residents erupt into agitation demanding immediate release of 4 persons arrested by police in connection with recent mob attack at Kukching MLA's residence. 2 BDF personnel and 1 protester sustained injuries. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Impact TV ki nungsijiraba business partners amadi LCU singda management na wafam kar thamjiri maddi